like saying you beat George Foreman when he was 42.
I was watching the Mike Tyson Evander Holyfield document 30 for 30 the other night. Holyfield beat Tyson, but was Tyson the same? If they had fought 5 years earlier, would he
fought pre-prison? I think Tyson would have killed him.
Tyson would have absolutely murdered him.
Tyson would have murdered Lennox Lewis too.
Exactly, pre-prison.
Yeah,
but exactly. I will agree with you that maybe if he had fought guys more in their prime, like he did when he lost to Kane.
Look, a match is a match. Like I said, any mistake could cost you a match. Doesn't matter who it's against. They're obviously qualified to be in that ring or the octagon, whatever you want to call it. So anything can happen at any time.
Yep.
So we know that. On paper, everything looks good, but when you actually see it, you know.
Holly Holm was the nightmare matchup for Ronda.
And she even said it, that this was going to be her biggest competition.
Yep.
This match was going to go longer than any other one that she's ever had.
Which it didn't, but in the wrong way.
Because, you know, Holly is very mobile, and she sticks and jabs, and she's able to move around.
She has the reach advantage on her. I think she had a 2 or 3 inch reach advantage on her. I don't know for a fact, but I know she did have some reach advantage. And Holly was just... It also looked like Holly was bigger. It looked like Holly came in a good 10 pounds heavier than Ronda, because she was throwing Ronda around like a rag doll in that fight.
Well, now Ronda has a blemish on her record, and Holly still doesn't.
But look at... I'm going to use GSP as an example here. George St. Pierre won the title. His first title defense, he fought Matt Serra, who just came off of The Ultimate Fighter. That season, The Ultimate Fighter, it was whoever won that season got an automatic title shot in any division they wanted. Serra chose GSP. GSP was like a 12-1 favorite in that fight. Serra knocked him out in the second round. Or first or second round. GSP came back better than ever, and he didn't lose a fight after that in his entire career.
Look, UFC losses in UFC are really not as significant as boxing because of the quality of what they do.
Exactly.
Because at any time, you can take a punch and you're done.
Yep.
Where boxing, it's the same case, but we've seen guys take 2, 3, 4 consecutive punches in the face. We've seen guys where the referee gave him a standing 8 count and wound up knocking the opponent out the next round and winning.
Yeah.
So I've seen a boxing match where a guy dislocated his shoulder and knocked the guy out with his other arm and won the match.
That happened in a UFC fight too.
Yes.
I can't remember who it was. I think it was Chuck Liddell and somebody else, and I can't remember. I think it was Rich Franklin. And Rich Franklin had his left arm broke and knocked him out with that arm after it was broken.
Those were the glory days of UFC.
Well, because if you remember, Joe Rogan said that his arm is going to go into shock and it's going to be numb, so he better start punching now with it because he's not going to feel
it later. Yeah, it was because he's going to feel it later more than exactly.
So, yeah, we totally got off.
A little MMA hour there.
There's 19 minutes of Ultimate Fighting.
Hey, sometimes you got to do it. We all know. I know a good amount of MMA. I mean, it seems like everybody else knows a good amount of MMA.
I don't watch it live. I watch some videos and stuff like that. I'll read about it, but
should have called me a year ago. I would have schooled you.
I don't really know.
I used to fight too, so
I don't
fight. I used to fight.
Oh my god, that'll be real exciting. 2 toothpicks going at
it. Not that I have a neck for it right now, so kind of can't.
Unbelievable. I'm the only one in this room that actually wrestled, I guess.
We did backyard wrestling.
No bar.
I've never done backyard wrestling. No. It wasn't that.
Well, I did.
I've done living room wrestling.
We've done bedroom wrestling and body slamming on the bed, suplexing off.
I do bedroom wrestling.
Not that bedroom wrestling. Whatever, man. I hope your girlfriend ain't listening.
She's on a train coming back from Canada.
Well, you can get the Damage 365 Radio Network on the Spreaker app. So
yeah, I don't think she's listening on her phone.
We're gonna have to text her. Gonna get her on.
Feel like Kev says to listen to the radio.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with that quote.
Nick said he had an Iron Man match with you.
Yeah.
I'm
except she was Iron Man.
Yeah.
I'm not having this conversation on the air right now.
No, you are.
Yeah, kind of.
Alrighty then. Okay. We're not doing a birthday segment today, so we just want to say happy birthday to everybody.
Yes.
Celebrating their birthday this past week, and happy birthday. We're not, we got a lot of crap to do today, so we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we're gonna come back right into our 10-bell salute to Fat Frank and Nick Bockwinkel. So we'll be back in a minute or so. So sit back, relax, and we'll be right back.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Suppy World, coming to you straight from the Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore. This is the greatest tag team in New York City. Hell, the greatest tag team in professional wrestling, the Scumbag Nation. I am Rude Boy Riley.
And I am the American Nightmare, Logan Black.
Like I said, here we stand in the Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore. It is located in the English Town Flea Market, Green Building, booth 35.
And I'll tell you, they sell all things related to wrestling, my friends. They got kids and adult t-shirts and lucha masks, DVDs from all over the world, action figures, tickets to local indie events. Hell, they'll probably sell you a kitchen sink if you ask for it.
And if you want that kitchen sink, if you've got some dirty dishes, make sure to like them on Facebook. That is facebook.com/Funkenstein Inc.
Once again, this is the Scumbag Nation reminding you, if you want anything that has to do with wrestling, there's no better place to go than Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore.
Thanks again, Rude Boy Riley
And Logan Black.
WarriorsOfWrestling.com. See roster profiles of past and present Warriors of Wrestling stars. Over 50 highlight videos of Warriors of Wrestling events, full-length matches, order tickets to future Warriors of Wrestling events, an extensive DVD collection featuring past events, compilations, documentaries, and much, much more. Only at WarriorsOfWrestling.com.
This is the hardcore icon, Just Incredible, and you're listening to Damage 365 Radio. Now that's not just the coolest, that's not just the best. Damage 365 Radio, now that's just incredible.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we want to send our sympathies out there to Fat Frank's family, the entire Jersey Old Pro Wrestling fans and family, and of course, WWE Hall of Famer Nick Bockwinkel.
And his entire family in the WWE community.
And the WWE universe. Remember, Vince McMahon's going to call and yell at me because you just called him the community. It's the universe.
By community, I meant the
universe.
WWE family.
Universe. They're going to be yelling at my earpiece like JBL.
But JBL ignores it. So.
Yeah. Exactly right.
But yes, we do send our condolences to Fat Frank's family and anybody that has ever worked with him, known him, and I unfortunately never got the pleasure of meeting him, but we were at Jersey All Pro yesterday and we were able to watch his tribute video. They had his family in the ring. They showed a tribute video to a jam-packed crowd. Mm-hmm. And it really... I got a feel for who Fat Frank was based on the video.
He liked hot dogs.
He liked hot dogs. He was a jokester. He liked to have fun. He was a family man. He was a father, a husband, and definitely send my deepest condolences to the entire family. I mean, everybody in the ring and anybody who was involved with Fat Frank was definitely choked up a bit, and everybody was cheering, "We want Frank, we want Fat Frank." It was really good to see the crowd.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Frank. Yes. Yeah, it was good to see the crowd get behind the family that was in the ring, and I mean, we hope that we get to see some more Jersey All Pro down the road. You never know. Possibly might be their last event, but I possibly see them maybe down the line. I think they'll take a little hiatus and figure front office stuff and see if there's anybody who's willing to do some work in that front office. And
I hope they don't close. I mean, from what I understand, that was it. The curtain closed on the company, but I hope they come back maybe once a year and do a Fat Frank memorial show.
Maybe at this specific weekend every year. I think that would be great. But I would also like to see them maybe take like a 6-8 month hiatus and then come back and maybe do more than once a year show, but maybe like 3-4 shows a year or something like that. Would be nice, but
one company's probably really happy that Jersey All Pro Wrestling is we folding up tent.
Yeah.
But we won't get into that because we still have yet to be invited to.
I don't think we ever
that
will.
promotion.
I don't think we ever will.
You would think I would, since I had the owner on the show, and promoted his TV deal and all that stuff. And
certain people that I've run into from that specific company in other areas who didn't have the greatest meeting in the world.
There was no hugging?
There was no hugging. There was there was confrontation.
Yeah.
There was definitely confrontation.
Little animosity.
If I wasn't with other people, other things might have happened. But I will. I
mean, it's nothing like telling somebody not to hand out business cards when they're standing there handing out cards.
In a public area, let me mind you.
Handing out cards to a match.
At a wrestling event, let me mind you. Not at their wrestling event.
No.
At a WWE event.
A WWE event. They told you stop handing out business cards. Meanwhile, they were in the parking lot doing the same thing, handing out flyers for their upcoming card.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
The look I gave, I remember it vividly. The look I gave them.
I know. I got the tag. I was on the air.
You were, yeah.
We were trying. We wanted to do live.
I was like, you gotta be kidding me, right?
I was very angry.
Yeah, I don't like those people. I don't.
But yeah. Oh, great. Now I gotta press that button. Thanks.
Press that button.
Yeah, we've yet to be invited, so...
I think that's one of the only promotions that we haven't... I mean, yesterday was the first time we were at Jersey All Pro. To be honest, I think that's one of the only promotions we haven't been invited to at least once.
Yeah, we do have next week UWA Elite on Saturday the 21st, and that'll be pretty much it, I think, for November. December 4th, D2W, and then December 12th, we got Warriors of Wrestling, and December 19th, our first ever IWA will be going there. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up. Of course, the holidays. This just in, though, we mentioned that the Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore had relocated.
Yes.
Within the Englishtown Flea Market. They are no longer in the green building and no longer at booth number 35 in that green building. They are now in the blue building. Blue.
Best color.
Booths 46 and 47.
Double the space.
They have tripled their space, actually.
Wow.
And that means they're doing very well. Triple the space means triple the business. That's my philosophy.
Exactly.
It means more room, more product.
More product on the floor, exactly.
And I was asked if we would be willing to do a live broadcast from the Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore at the Englishtown Flea Market, Blue Building, booths 46 and 47. And, of course, I graciously said yes.
Of course.
Of course. We'll probably have some wrestlers there doing some sit-ins and some interviews. I think we're going to be joined by UWA Elite Colin West.
Great guy, actually.
It's funny, I let him sit next to me. and jump on my broadcast.
But he won't let you.
But he won't let me sit next to him during a UWA Elite broadcast, which I think is pretty messed up. Colin, he's supposed to be my hero.
It's the first time it's funny enough. First time I met Colin West yesterday. Great guy, funny guy. I mean, I've talked to him on Facebook plenty of times, but never met him in person. And
he is a funny guy.
Great guy.
He's supposed to be my hero. He's letting me down. You know.
We'll see. Maybe he'll let you. Maybe he'll let all of us sit next to him for a broadcast.
There's not. Trust me. There's barely enough room for my fat ball.
I'll sit on the table.
Yeah.
I'll sit under the